to all of you, Consul General Anju Ranjan, Mohan Bhai Hiraji, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to be here this morning. Whenever I visit this place, not that I visited very often, I came here only 2.5 years ago, but whenever I come, I still, every time I'm filled with a sense of awe and inspiration. To imagine that it was here more than 100 years ago that a movement was born which had such power and force that humankind remembers it even today, more than 100 years later. My sister before me said that peace is a power and an energy which is like no other. And it was here in Tolstoy Farm that some of the methods and techniques that were used so successfully in our freedom struggle were conceived, developed and refined. And it was also the place where some of the values that would later inspire, motivate and inform more independent India were developed here by Gandhiji. So in a sense, Tolstoy Farm can be called one of the cradles of India's freedom struggle and nationhood. 75 years is indeed a milestone in any nation's history. And when we look back over these years, I think as a nation, we can be justly proud. I remember reading in the 1960s about the food shortages in India. India was considered a basket case, and American economists said that there is no point giving food aid to India because it sinks into a black hole. And within 5 years of those remarks came the Green Revolution. And a few decades later, India emerged as one of the world's important food exporters. In the early 1990s, India emerged as a IT power. Even then, there were many skeptics. People said, how can a poor country like India have a footprint in a high technology sector like information technology? People said it is only because Indian engineers are cheap, and the words body shopping came into being as a pejorative term for Indian engineers. Look at where we are today. Our companies are globally respected in the IT sphere. There is hardly a country where India's top IT companies do not have an important presence. And there are so many other fields where over the past so many years we have gone from strength to strength. Not that we don't face any challenges, but I look at the future with hope and optimism. Like South Africa, India is a young society. It's a young population with millions of youngsters, keen, ambitious, technology savvy, and raring to build a new nation. In this journey of India's nationhood, the diaspora has played its own role. And if I look at the history of the diaspora, in many ways it mirrors the history of India itself. If we look at South Africa, people came here initially as indentured labor, but with each passing generation they improved their lot. And today in South Africa, the Indian community you can see Indians placed in high positions in government, in academia, in business, and everywhere else. By the dint of hard work, education, thrift, and the sense of community, the Indian community here has grown into model citizens of South Africa, while not forgetting their identity and culture as Indians. If we look today at the larger Indian diaspora, it's the same thing. Our engineers used to travel to the United States, they used to emigrate in the 1970s and 80s and hold low positions in companies. Today, the CEO of IBM, the CEO of Google, and the CEO of Microsoft are all Indians. Not Indians who studied in America. They are all Indians who schooled in India, who did university in India, and then went to the United States. And this is a matter of great pride, not only in India, but in this cultural and civilizational trait of Indians wherever they go, of emphasizing education, of emphasizing the importance of the next generation. Coming back, I think, to Tolstoy Farm, I'm very happy that every time I come here, as I said, the last 3 years, I see something different. I was telling Fakir Bhai a little while ago that we are not good at remembering our history and recording our history. And I think we must make a change in that. I compliment Mohan Bhai Hiraji. It is through his sweat and toil that we have managed to secure this place for future generations, for posterity. And I compliment him and all the others who have helped in building this place. Let me say that there is a long way to go. We must make this a place of pilgrimage where not only we come here once a year, but people from India who come to this place, as I said, a place of history, a place of pilgrimage, and a place of meditation. And in all these efforts, I wish to say that the Government of India, the High Commission, the consulates will be fully behind you. I thank all of you for coming here today on this very, very important day, for remembering the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi ji. And I wish all of you all the very best. Jai Hind.